What's up, you guys? Welcome back again to your Heroclix headquarters. Today I've got yet another team build for you guys featuring my favorite legacy card figure from the new Batman team up set, and that is the World's Finest duo from the old World's Finest set and with the new legacy card from Batman team up. So without further ado, let's just jump right into this. They're going to be the main figure on the team because we're going to be playing them at the full 175 point line. So super crazy stuff. And this is going to be kind of like a Justice League team. It's going to be a little different though. It's actually, I'll get to that in a minute. But it will be a theme team. I know theme team rules are changing, but for now at least this will still be played on a theme team. I want to try them out with this. So anyway, starting us off here, they have this amazing trait that says when World's Finest is KO'd by an attack, you may generate a character named Batman and or a character named Superman from your sideline on their last non-KO clicks. Then heal them each 2 clicks. The total points of the generated characters must be equal to or less than World's Finest point value. If World's Finest is 60 points, only generate one of the 2 characters instead. Protected Pulse Wave. So whenever they do eventually potentially get KO'd, you can get both a Batman and a Superman 3 clicks away from KO, basically. So that's really nice, you know, to be able to replace them. They will still score the full points for World's Finest, but, you know, you'll get something back at least for it. Then you have free, make an attack, but only to target an opposing character that since your last turn made an attack or used Outwit. So kind of like a Colossal Retaliation-esque effect, where if somebody attacks, you just get to free attack them as well, or even if they try to outwit you, you get to free attack them. Then you've got another trait. When World's Finest would take damage from the effect of an opposing character of equal or less points, roll a d6. On a 4 through 6, World's Finest takes a maximum of 1 damage from that effect. So whenever they're attacked, you get a 50-50 chance of taking a max of 1 damage, which is really nice. Especially at 175 points, there's not a whole lot in the game that's going to be, you know, more points than them. Especially not competitively. You know, it's pretty rare. Even Legacy Thanos is only 175, so unlikely you'll see anything higher than that. It is possible, but it's unlikely. Then you have Combat Reflexes, Invincible, and Super Senses, but increase the result by +1 for each action token on World's Finest, and it's Protected Outwit as well. So very powerful effect there. Take a look there at the inside of their card, boom, and then there we go. So we've got 11 with Hypersonic and Flight with a 7 range, 12 attack, super strength, 19 invincible, 5 damage, super powerful there. So especially with that long, like 10-click dial that, you know, potentially 50-50 chance every time they take damage, it's only going to be 1. So if you get lucky, they'd have to hit them and damage them 10 times to actually KO them. Pretty nuts, honestly. Probably won't happen quite that way, but, you know, it's really hard to get these guys taken down, especially with the Batman team ability for stealth. The Superman team ability to see through hindering is really nice too for their range attacks with Hypersonic or with the running shot. So yeah, overall, just a really awesome, fun character. Can't wait to try them out at 175. I already have once. I already play tested this team once, and it did pretty well for me. So it is a pretty solid team. Next up, though, we are going to be playing the amazing new convention exclusive Death Metal Wonder Woman, or Dark Knight's Metal, sorry. Dark Knight's Metal Wonder Woman with the chainsaw and everything. She is so amazingly good for 50 points. It is pretty crazy. So taking a look at what she can do here. She's got a trait when establishing theme teams. Characters on your starting force with the Dark Knights keyword or Justice League keyword gain the Amazon keyword. So this is actually going to end up being an Amazon theme team technically. But moving on, we have another trait here that says once per game, when a friendly standard character would be KO'd, including Wonder Woman, you may instead turn that figure to their last non-KO click. Then roll a d6 and heal them equal to half the result, Protected Pulse Wave. So more often than not, you're probably going to end up using that just to save herself. Whenever she would be KO'd, you know, put her on her last non-KO click and heal her. But ideally, that's there for them. This is mainly an effect that I wanted to use to heal them if they would eventually get KO'd. But more often than not, I have used it almost every time to save herself, which still, I mean, it's really hard to, you know, score even 50 points off of her because she does have, we'll just skip ahead here to this amazing stop click, which gives her defend and super senses. And then when an opposing character misses with an attack that targeted Wonder Woman and or friendly characters adjacent to her, after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 penetrating damage. So it's like Mystics, but even if they miss, it's pretty insane. And then her special attack power, which actually doesn't matter because she will be at 50 points, so we don't even need to worry about that. It's like a special blades that deals penetrating or whatever. But you got 10 movement charge, 11 attack with blades, 17 with super senses, and 3 damage with leadership. So yeah, also 2 targets for her close attacks. Mystics and Wonder Woman team abilities means she gets super senses all through here on a 4 through 6, which is amazing. The charge and leadership is nice. The prob is really good here, especially once she hits that stop click, because she's got that defend to keep everybody at a 19. She's got the super duper senses with the Wonder Woman TA, and she can prob stuff. And, even if she does get KO'd, she can come back and heal, so they could potentially have to hit her like 4 times to actually KO her, which is pretty awesome. And that's assuming you're getting through all the super senses and everything every time. So yeah, and they're gonna probably at least take like 4 clicks of Mystics damage though. So yeah, she's really, really good secondary attacker and leader for the team. And coming up next, we're gonna put that first trait to use with the Commissioner for only 25 points. This guy is here to essentially give them another attack every turn. So taking a look at what he can do here, his secret 6 trait here gives him Outwit, and the rest of it doesn't really matter. He gets +1 attack when attacking somebody with a shared keyword, which he probably will never be attacking, or shouldn't be anyway. And then you're not on a secret 6 team, so that won't matter. But traded Outwit is really nice, especially with the improved targeting for hindering. Then you have a power action once per game to generate a rookie bystander that gains the police keyword. Then you also have power. Choose an adjacent friendly character that shares a keyword with the Commissioner. The chosen character can make an attack using its printed combat values. After resolutions, if they missed all targets, give them an action token. So just here to take a power action to give them another attack every turn. So with that 12 attack, 5 damage. But yeah, stealth, 9 attack with that special to give them an extra attack. You got 16 mastermind and 2 damage with leadership. So we got another form of leadership here. PD team ability as well is going to help us a lot for, making ranged attacks to -1 their defense. Also taking a power action to make the rookie bystander he's kind of going to be one of our secondary attackers. You got probability control, but only if the Commissioner is within range and line of fire. Protected Outwit. He also has police and Batman team abilities from that special. So really good, running shot, penetrating blast for 3, 18 imperv, giant size. Gives him that giant size willpower to keep going. So yeah, and we got a nice little rookie bystander custom made there. Very nice. Gotta love it. So he can just pop that bad boy out and start blasting. But anyway, that is the bulk of the team. That's like the main strategy here is these guys are super big points, super hard to KO. If they do get KO'd, she can res them essentially. He's here to give them extra attacks. She's also a really good secondary attacker. He can also make this. That's a really good secondary attacker. And then we're currently at 250 points. So there's a few ways you could kind of flesh out these last 50 points. So I'm going to start with the options I'm not going to use, just to give you ideas. First of all, you could play 2 flashes from the Wonder Woman set. You get the first one for 30, and then the second one, technically you pay only 24, but it still counts as 30 for game effects, including scoring, yada yada. But essentially, what you're going to want to do with them, for 2 flashes for 50 points is always good. You get the one that has charge with improved movement characters, and then after resolutions, he can use charge as free. And then you're going to want to use the other one with TK, and when he uses it to place friendly characters, after resolutions, you can place them within 2 squares, so you get that extra reach with the TK. You could also use the enhancement one with the Outwit if you really wanted to, but mainly we want the prob and the TK from this one, and the charge, double charge here from this one. It just gives you another good close attacker with a long reach charge, and gives you another prob and some TK to help put you into position better for your hypersonic and everything to kind of get the jump on them. So that's a really good option right there. They can copy Wonder Woman team ability for the senses, or Batman team ability for the stealth, or whatever. So that right there is a really solid team. Instead of the flashes, though, for 50 points, we could go a different route, and this is what I personally tried out, and it worked pretty well for me, was actually using this big guy right here, the Justice League Fulcrum Abominus. I love the sculpt on this thing. It looks freaking amazing. So cool. Just giant Justice League robot, basically. If you guys don't know what this does, we're going to be playing him just at the 25-point line. So he's only going to have that one click of health. He's just going to be a retaliator figure for us. But he's got, you know, Superman, Batman, and JLA team abilities. Then he's going to have free, if no friendly character has been placed this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked Justice League Fulcrum Abominus or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. Place Justice League Fulcrum Abominus such that it can make a close attack targeting the chosen character, then do so. Target can't use defense powers for this attack. So basically, once they do attack our World's Finest, you're just going to use this guy as a retaliation to come across the map and punch them right back. And they can't use defense powers for it, which is really, really nice. And he's got prob also. So 11 attack with prob, 18 defense. You know, not too shabby, 7 range. So also, he of course has the stop toughness thing. If he started the game at 25 points, he can't attack except for Colossal Retaliation, basically, or can't attack smaller characters. But then he also has Precision Strike on his special attack power, and when he KOs the highest point opposing character after resolutions, give all opposing characters an action token. So if you can manage to weaken their highest point character enough to the point where he can just jump in here and retail on them to finish them off, you can token their entire team, which is really nice. I mean, he is dealing 3 damage here with his retail, which 11 attack and prob is good odds to hit. They can't use defense powers when he does it, so he's a really strong retaliator. I really like him a lot, and I just love playing retaliators when you have kind of like a one-man army team, because they're mainly going to be attacking the big guy, hopefully. Last but not least, to finish off the last 25 points for this team, though, I'm going to use a different Prime, but I wanted to start off by saying that you could use Giganta Prime from the Wonder Woman set. She does gain all of Wonder Woman's keywords, so you can just kind of have her on the team that way. But besides that, you also have power. Choose an opposing character that attacked a friendly character or was attacked by a friendly character named Wonder Woman since your last turn. Place Giganta such that she can make a close attack targeting the chosen character, then do so. So that's amazing. Defensively, she's got invuln, and she takes a maximum of 1 damage unless they're her same size. So if they're tiny, standard, or colossal, she's only going to take 1. But then, on her special attack power, she's got Quake. When she uses it to target 2+ characters, she deals her printed damage value to each hit character, and after resolutions, give each hit character an action token. So that's amazing. Currently, that can combo with her, retaliation to making a close attack targeting the chosen character, and then you could, when making a close attack with Quake, you can Quake everybody within 2 squares because of the giant reach to, give them all 2 damage and a token, potentially, or 3 damage, sorry, because she deals her printed damage value, yeah. So 3 damage and a token, which is really the main reason you want to play her. However, that is going to change. So Quake is going to change soon. I just want to point that out. But, sidestep, 10 attack with that Quake special, 17 defense with that invuln special, 3 damage outwit. She does give you another outwit and another retaliation attack, basically. Wonder Woman team ability and, wild card as well. So she can copy, one of the other great team abilities that they have. So yeah, that's how you've always been able to play her, is to retail and then Quake everybody for 3 damage and then give them all an action token. And it's been great. They might have to errata her because Quake is getting a change that we've already seen. It is going back to being a close action to activate. It's not just whenever you make a close attack, you can choose to use Quake. It's its own close action because it's also going to blow up every adjacent piece of terrain within 1 square or whatever. So they kind of balanced it out by giving it some huge bonus effect to blow up terrain markers and stuff, but also it's going to, by default, being its own close action is going to be a lot worse for her specifically and a few other characters that aren't going to be able to use it with their other powers and abilities anymore. So maybe try her out while you still can, while she can still do that awesome Quake effect. But I am going to choose, instead of her, and especially because of the rules changes coming up, to use this awesome new Green Lantern Batman for only 25 points, because why not? Because he can just do so many things for only 25 points. Again, shout out to Noah for trading this to me. Just in case you didn't see my other team build video, I wanted to give you a shout out here as well. But this guy is amazing. I did have to trade an arm and a leg for him, but it's worth it for all the amazing stuff that he can do. Starting off, he can, if you guys don't already know, he can start with the utility belt and Green Lantern ring equipped at the beginning of the game. And since he has the correct keywords, he gets them both for 0 points. Then you have Smoke Cloud, and Smoke Cloud is free but only generate 1 marker, and opposing characters occupying or adjacent to his Smoke Cloud markers can't use improved abilities and must break away as if they were adjacent to Batman, which is really good because if you do get the plasticity from the utility belt, that makes it really hard to break away from him. Otherwise, you can get free Smoke Cloud and just make a huge area of effective Smoke Cloud for that. But also, you know, there's many other things that the utility belt can do for him. But then we're not going to be using this special defense power because he does not have that on his 25-point line. Like I said, we're just playing him at 25. Phasing, you got the free smoke, barrier, outwit, Batman and Green Lantern team abilities. So lots of really great stuff there for only 25 points. And especially the Green Lantern ring, that gives him willpower and the ability to make constructs for free, which is huge. So starting us off, he's going to probably just barrier out in front of us to keep us safe, or he could generate a stop sign construct to barrier if we needed to. He's going to be able to carry our team into position and, you know, drop some constructs to attack with or whatever. So basically, he's just going to be carrying around the team until we get into position to actually get in there and attack with the world's finest. Now, admittedly, that is a little bit slower than like the flash option because you could TK with the flash and just hypersonic out and punch something. So that's more of an alpha strikey situation. This one is a little bit more nuanced, I guess. You're going to be, you know, slowly moving your way up, smoke clouding for the stealth. You know, if you do get hit, you retell on them. Batman's going to be doing a lot of stuff with the utility belt and the green ring, making constructs. You know, Wonder Woman's a great attacker and potentially can res somebody, and she's going to take a ton of hits to take down. She could also res Batman, you know, the Green Lantern Batman if you really wanted to. You got the Commissioner there to give extra attacks, mainly to World's Finest, and to make another attacker with the Rookie Bystander. So it's a really cool team. I really like this team a lot. It's just a really awesome looking team. I know it's a lot of really big, expensive pieces, so sorry about that. But, you know, like I said, you could always use the Prime Giganta in place of him. You could use the Flashes instead if you happen to have them already. Or you could, you know, if you don't have this or him or any of those other options, you know, for 50 points, you could also use like the Green Lantern from Wonder Woman. He could kind of serve the same purpose of carrying them around. And, you know, he also, you know, can like outwit and make attacks and make constructs. So you'd kind of be getting like a less good version of him, you know, and you would be missing out on the retail. But hey, it'd still kind of be a pretty similar team there. So, you know, that's one option as well. And I'm sure you guys can find other options. You know, there's a lot of really good stuff you can throw onto as just basically, if you can have these 3 characters, there's a lot of good stuff you could throw on for 50 points. Like you could even throw in the rare Aquaman from this set, and you know he can be out there making his little tentacles that, you know, can be smacking stuff, and he can empower people. And you know, there's a lot of fun stuff you could do with her. Also being able to bring Justice League or Dark Knight's metal together. So again, if you don't have them, maybe have a Sky Tyrant for 50 points. That's another really strong attacker you could just throw on the team. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this one. I think there's a lot of good ways to build around these guys. I already did a detective team, including them at 60 points. And I really like that team a lot. I just wanted to make something around them at their full point value to try and make them work. And it works pretty well, I think. There's a lot of really good, like 25, 50-point characters you can pair with them, as I've shown here. I do want to also quickly point out some of the sideline options. So like I said on my other team build video, if you guys watched that, common Superman from this set and the super rare Batman from this set are like, I think hands down the 2 best ones to go for. The Chase Batman's a good option as well. But this one, if they do get KO'd, this one's going to come in right here. He's still going to be able to charge Steel Energy up to this click. And then he's going to be able to use his special movement power to hop back into hindering terrain at the end of your turn. He's also got, you know, Empower, Outwit, Perplex the whole time. So I think he's hands down, in my opinion, the best Batman to go for. And this Superman, there's not really any other good options for Superman, I don't think, if you want to be able to bring both of them out. So he's going to have this awesome rally effect and this awesome ability to potentially gain immobile or can't use stop whenever he hits with a ranged attack there. So that's going to be awesome. So that's who I would put on the sideline for them. You could also put Scrappy Doo on the sideline. So that way if Batman or Commissioner gets KO'd, you can bring in Scrappy-Doo off the sideline. But yeah, besides that, you know, I will recommend once again my favorite mystery cards for any Batman family type of team for characters. Most of these characters have those keywords, or a lot of them have detective too, sorry. But the main one I like to use here is the Stream Cat Burglaries. So you've got that ability to get +1 attack and damage on equipped characters. That's for your whole team. So even for the retail, even for, you know, whatever you generate constructs from him, the rookie bystander, they're all going to get that +1 attack and damage on equipped opposing characters if you get up to 3 clue tokens, which is not hard at all. You know, they just need to basically attack and then get a free attack, take a power action to attack from him as well, and you can get it in like 1 turn, kind of. So yeah, that's a really good mystery card to throw on the sideline as well. But yeah, that's basically going to do it, you guys. You know, there's other good sideline options as well that you could just toss on there. There's good tarot cards. You know, the +1 super senses for once they get low, and for her, the +1 super senses Ace of Cups is really good. The one that lets you re-roll single die rolls, and the one that +1's all single die rolls. Again, really good for a lot of the characters on this team, as well as some other ones. I don't know, let me know your thoughts about all of that in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this team or think you would change it or play it differently, let me know. What kind of tarot cards or sideline pieces would you use with it as well? Make sure to let us know. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button. It does help me out a lot. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And if you guys would like to help support the channel even more, make sure you check the links in the description for our Patreon so you can see your name here in the credits with all these other awesome people. And of course, for as little as $1 a month to join the Patreon, you can also be included in our monthly Patreon giveaways. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you check that out. But that's going to do it for this one. Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.